Gearbox is very generous and upped the loot drops for many different activities. Maybe you already noticed it, but legendaries really drop left and right if you go to the right places. So we'll be telling you everything you need to know in this video and also discuss some of the things that the recent update introduced, give a weapon away, 10 golden keys and way more. A like on the video would be awesome and let's go. On the Borderlands 3 website, we have this co-op loot drop image that basically announces this new event that gives you more loot while playing with one or more players. So totally call your friends and play together, or maybe put your username in the comments under this video and maybe we can create some groups together so everyone can enjoy the extra loot. The Slaughter Shaft is always insane for legendary drops because there are a ton of badass enemies, but now with this event you always get like 1 to 3 legendaries per badass enemy that you kill. It's really nuts. So totally go back to this activity if you haven't already. It's always fun to revisit older activities with new weapons. We now of course just got the DLC 2 weapons and they can be pretty powerful here for sure. But if you prefer to play solo, then there are still ways to benefit from this event. You can namely play in split screen on console for example, while you only control one character. All you need is a second controller and then you just play with your main, kill the enemies and get the increased loot while the other character is doing nothing. And in the Takedown you can also play on the true Takedown mode, where the activity will be scaled to 4 players even if you have less than 4 people in your party. But this does mean that the drops are increased even if you play alone. The enemies will obviously be way tougher though, but if you can manage, then this is a great way to make use of the increased loot. This event lasts until the end of April, so even when we have that new Revenge of the Cartel event that should happen I think mid-April, we can still enjoy the increased loot when playing together. And this will also be great for Mayhem 2.0 that releases around the same time, so then we can get these special Mayhem versions of the legendaries even faster. But going back to the Takedown, because if you play that right now before the new hotfix on April 2nd, they can get even more out of this activity. The special Takedown Shakedown mini event namely lasts until April 2nd. First it was March 26th as you see in the image, but they extended it, meaning that if you go into the Takedown right now, you have insane increased loot drops from badass enemies, and there are obviously a ton of them in this Takedown, and you also have increased loot from the 3 bosses, especially the Valkyries and Wotans already drop a ton of legendaries, but now with this Takedown event, there are like 30 legendaries on the floor after the Wotan fight. And farming the Takedown is of course especially great because it includes legendaries from the main game, but also the very powerful Takedown exclusive legendaries like the Moonfire pistol and of course the redistributor SMG. And I found an insane corrosive one with an on-action skill and weapon damage is increased by 100% for a short time, and we'll be giving this one away in this video. So all you need to do is put your PlayStation Network ID in a reply under my pinned comment for a chance to win. Be sure you are a subscriber of the channel as well before you enter. And Toadman51594 won the Hydra Frost from my previous video. Dennis will send you a friend request and then he will send you the gun. So yes, totally try and do this Takedown before the special event is over. Doing it in co-op or on the true Takedown mode will again give you even more legendaries. And there's now actually also another event going on. Maybe you already saw the legendaries in vending machines. Well, that's because of the Doorbuster mini event. You can get legendary grenades in the ammo machines, shields and class mods in the health vending machines, and weapons from the weapon vending machines. So that's a really easy farm to get some of the main game items on the new max level. The best place to likely do this is in the Flopmore Basin on Eden 6, because here you have 2 spots with all the 3 vending machines next to each other, and you can easily fast travel between the 2 spots as well. So after you checked all the 6 vending machines at both Reliance and the Knotty Peak, then you can quit to the main menu and redo this tactic. And if you are only looking for specific grenades, shields or class mods, then the best farm is likely in the Spanopticon in the Moxie's Heist DLC, because here you have 4 fast travel spots that all have 2 vending machines next to it. So you can easily fast travel between the different spots, check the legendaries in the machines, and then quit to the main menu to have the vending machines reset. It's a very fun event. First time I'm actually checking the vending machines for useful gear. So again, this will last until April 2nd, and then it will be replaced with another event or two on top of the ongoing co-op loot drop bonuses. So every first day we should expect a new event that will be applied when you have the hotfix active, so when you play the game with an internet connection. I will of course report back when a new event is live and share tips on how to get the most out of it. Let's now look at some of the permanent changes that came with the recent update. One of them are new Guardian perks, so maybe you already saw them. We got Come On and Slam, where you can use the slam even at the peak height of your jump, so jump slam might make the ability a little better. We got Too Angry to Die, damage dealt while in Fight for Your Life restores your meter. Restoration amount is decreased over time, so you have a longer time to score a kill in this mode if you deal some damage, but the longer you are in the fight for your life, the less time you get back. So this can totally save your ass, especially during fights where you cannot respawn. I'm now going for this one, so putting all my tokens in the survivor line. I'm almost there. And for the hunter, we got the enemies take 5% more damage per unique status effect affecting them. So using multiple elements will help with that, and of course when playing in groups. We got some nice quality of life improvements, where gear lower than the level cap no longer drops when player and enemy characters are at each level cap. So now on level 57, we only see level 57 items, not lower, thank God. They changed the visual when looking through the glass bottle scope of some COV assault rifles. You see footage here from before the update with the saw bar, and now after the update, and they indeed made it less annoying to look through. It has like less things distracting you. And in my previous video, I already showed you the feature that lets you start a new character, immediately go to level 13, and then start one of the 2 DLC expansions. Again, I think this is very cool, so if you want to level up another class without having to play the opening part and immediately starting with one of the DLC expansions, then this is a great feature. There is a new Echo Cast tab in the social menu, and this for the Twitch extension, so it gives you options to toggle the events on and off that you want active during your stream. And if you then go to your mail, you can actually see some emails from Gearbox with some special holiday items that you might have missed. Maybe you just started playing or bought the game on Steam, then totally check your mail and claim these items, because it also includes a level 57 Julius Dessel. That is pretty strong. And the character hats from Halloween, the weapon trinkets from Christmas. I already got most of them, but yeah, it's totally nice for if you missed it. There's also a new golden key code that you see right here that gives 10 golden keys. I will put it in the description as well and in the pinned comment, so you can easily apply it. I will also link to my video with the unlimited golden key tactic for if you don't know what that is. So you can also find that in the video description. In short, after entering the key and getting the email in your game that gives you all the codes, you want to go offline. So first you have to go online to see the email in your game, and then go offline when you claim it, because then you do get the keys in the game, but your email does not disappear because you are offline. Again, that other video that I will link to goes way more in depth on it, and I also want to try it on Steam because I haven't tried it on Steam yet. If you try this tactic on Steam, totally let me know, by the way, in the comments down below. Subscribe, of course, for everything Borderlands 3 if you haven't already. Like this video to support the channel. And you can watch my highlight of 10 awesome weapons of DLC 2 by clicking on the screen. Or I will link to it at the end of our golden chest opening that Dennis and I always like to do at the end of a Borderlands 3 video. Hey Dennis, I see you with my newly perfected scope.
I've got a present for you.
Ooh! Oh wow. Yeah, totally when doing the takedown, try and get this amazing weapon. And it got a nice anoint as well.
Or this one. I mean, both are amazing. Both the
Yeah.
SMGs you can get from the takedown are pretty amazing.
For sure. Oh, I see nothing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Do you have enough space for this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I checked.
Nice.
Don't worry, I'll clean it up. Okay, there we go.
With like all the other things that are going on, the increased loot drops, the golden chest is actually not worth it anymore. For the time being. Like, you can better just go out and do something.
Well, I mean, if you use the code for 10 keys, it's like 10 free weapon drops without any effort. So that's still nice, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it's still nice for sure. We got the code, of course, as I already said in the video description. Totally check out our previous Borderlands video on all the best weapons, or actually 10 of the best weapons from DLC 2. We will likely be highlighting more in a future video, so keep it locked for that. A like on the video would be super appreciated, and we will speak to you next time. Goodbye.